Yo, what is up everybody? It's Wander Yet and welcome to the channel. Today, we're about to embark on a journey. Not just any journey, we're talking about a cross-country expedition to uncover the beating heart of America. We're talking bustling cities, breathtaking landscapes, iconic landmarks, the whole shebang. Get ready to dive into the soul of this country, experiencing the energy, the history, the raw beauty that makes America unique. Buckle up because we're about to hit the ground running. All right, first up, we're hitting the ground running in the city that never sleeps, New York City. This place is pure, unadulterated energy 24/7. We're talking Times Square, that sensory overload of lights and billboards. Then there's Central Park, this green oasis smack dab in the middle of all the chaos. And you can't forget Lady Liberty herself, standing tall in the harbor, a symbol of hope and freedom. But NYC isn't just about the big attractions, it's the energy on the streets, the non-stop hustle, the smell of hot dogs and pretzels mixing with the exhaust fumes. It's a city that sinks its teeth into you and never lets go. We stumbled across this incredible jazz club, smoky and dimly lit, with this old dude on the sax just pouring his soul out. That's New York City for you. Unexpected moments of magic around every corner. Trust me, it's an experience you won't forget. All right, from the urban jungle to one of nature's greatest masterpieces, the Grand Canyon. Words can't really do justice to this place. You stand at the rim, looking out at this vast expanse of canyons and gorges carved out over millions of years, and it just hits you, the sheer power of nature. We're talking 277 miles long, up to 18 miles wide, and a depth that'll make your head spin. We hiked down a ways into the canyon, the sun beating down, the rock formations glowing different colors. It's like stepping into another world, a world untouched by time. We camped out overnight, stars blazing above us, the silence of the canyon almost deafening. And then, the sunrise. Oh man, the sunrise. The way the light painted the canyon walls, turning the rock from deep purple to fiery orange, it was just unreal. The Grand Canyon is more than just a pretty view, though. It's a reminder of the power of nature, of the forces that have shaped our planet over eons. All right, next stop, Yellowstone National Park. Now this place is like stepping onto another planet. We're talking geysers shooting hot water hundreds of feet in the air, bubbling mud pots, and these vibrant hot springs that look like they're straight out of a sci-fi movie. First up, Old Faithful. You can set your watch by this geyser erupting every hour or so, this huge plume of water and steam blasting into the sky. Then there's the Grand Prismatic Spring, this massive pool of water that changes colors right before your eyes. Reds, oranges, yellows, blues. It's insane. Yellowstone is teeming with wildlife, bison roaming free, elk grazing in meadows, and if you're lucky, maybe even a glimpse of a wolf or a grizzly bear. Yellowstone is a reminder that our planet is alive, that there are forces at work here that are way bigger than us. It's a place of raw, untamed beauty, and it's an experience that'll leave you feeling humbled and in awe. From the natural wonders of Yellowstone, we found ourselves in a whole different kind of wonderland. Las Vegas, baby. This city is like a non-stop party, a sensory overload of flashing lights, ringing slot machines, and enough entertainment to last a lifetime. We're talking towering hotels that are like mini cities in themselves. The Bellagio with its famous fountains, Caesar's Palace with its Roman statues and gladiators, the Venetian with its canals and gondolas. We hit the casino floor just to try our luck. Lost a few bucks, won a few bucks, but hey, it's all part of the experience, right? But Vegas isn't just about gambling. We caught a Cirque du Soleil show, and let me tell you, these performers are out of this world. The athleticism, the artistry, the sheer spectacle of it all, it was mind-blowing. The lights, the music, the energy of the crowds, it's electric. Vegas is a place where you can be whoever you want to be, do whatever you want to do, and nobody bats an eye. Whether you're hitting the casinos, catching a show, or just soaking up the crazy atmosphere, Vegas is an experience you won't forget. Next up, we found ourselves in the city by the Bay, San Francisco. This place is cool, man, with its Victorian houses clinging to hills, cable cars rattling up and down the streets, and that iconic Golden Gate Bridge shrouded in fog. First things first, we had to see the Golden Gate up close. We rented bikes and rode across, the wind in our hair, the sun peeking through the fog. The views from the bridge are insane, looking out over the bay. Alcatraz Island in the distance. Speaking of Alcatraz, we hopped on a ferry and headed over to the infamous former prison. Walking through those cell blocks, hearing the stories of the notorious criminals who were locked up there, Al Capone, George Machine Gun Kelly, it sends chills down your spine. But San Francisco is more than just its landmarks. We explored Fisherman's Wharf with its street performers and seafood restaurants. San Francisco is a city that embraces its eccentricities, its diversity, its history. Aloha! We traded the Golden Gate Bridge for palm trees and turquoise waters. We're talking Hawaii, baby! This place is like a dream come true, a tropical paradise with stunning beaches, lush rainforests, and a laid-back vibe that just washes over you. First stop, Oahu, home to the legendary Waikiki Beach. We're talking surfing lessons, sunbathing on the white sand, and sipping Mai Tais as the sun sets over the Pacific. But Oahu is more than just Waikiki. We hiked to the top of Diamond Head for panoramic views of the island, explored the historic Pearl Harbor, and paid our respects at the USS Arizona Memorial. Next up, Maui, the Valley Isle. We rented a convertible and cruised the road to Hana, a winding coastal road with breathtaking views around every bend. Waterfalls cascading down cliffs, lush rainforests, black sand beaches. Maui is a nature lover's paradise. Hawaii is more than just a pretty face, though. It's a place with a rich culture and history, from the ancient Polynesian traditions to the modern-day aloha spirit. Next stop, we traded the laid-back vibes of Hawaii for the soulful rhythms of New Orleans, baby. This city is unlike anywhere else in America, a melting pot of cultures, music, and cuisine that'll have your senses working overtime. We're talking jazz music spilling out of every doorway in the French Quarter, the smell of beignets and chicory coffee in the air, and a history that's both beautiful and tragic. We wandered through the French Quarter, admiring the wrought iron balconies and colorful buildings, ducking into voodoo shops and listening to street musicians. We took a stroll down Bourbon Street, the heart of New Orleans nightlife, with its neon lights, bars, and clubs. We even hopped on a streetcar named Desire, just like in the Tennessee Williams play. But New Orleans is more than just its party atmosphere. From gumbo and jambalaya to po' boys and beignets, New Orleans is a foodie's paradise. It's a city full of life, music, and soul. From the soulful streets of New Orleans, we found ourselves in Washington, D.C. We paid our respects at the Lincoln Memorial, walked the National Mall, taking in the Washington Monument and reflecting pool, visited the White House, imagining the presidents who have walked those halls, spent a day at the Smithsonian Museums, explored Georgetown and DuPont Circle. Washington, D.C. is a city that's both grand and intimate. From the historical significance of Washington, D.C., we found ourselves in a land of make-believe and childhood dreams. Orlando, Florida, baby. This city is all about fun, thrills, and escaping into worlds of fantasy and imagination. First up, the Big Cheese Walt Disney World. We're talking 4 theme parks: Magic Kingdom, Epcot, Hollywood Studios, and Animal Kingdom. We rode Space Mountain, soared through Pandora, and watched fireworks over Cinderella Castle. But Orlando isn't just about Disney. We headed over to Universal Orlando Resort. We rode the incredible Hulk coaster, journeyed through Hogwarts, and faced dinosaurs on Jurassic Park River Adventure. And for those who prefer their thrills a little more aquatic, there's SeaWorld Orlando. Orlando is a city that caters to everyone, from families with young children to thrill-seeking adults. It's a place where you can let your inner child run wild and create memories that will last a lifetime. Last stop on our epic American adventure, Los Angeles, the city of angels, the entertainment capital of the world. This city is all about sunshine, palm trees, and chasing your dreams, whether you're an actor, a musician, or just someone who wants to experience the glitz and glamour of Hollywood. First things first, we had to walk the Hollywood Walk of Fame, dodging tourists as we searched for our favorite stars' names embedded in the sidewalk. We visited Grauman's Chinese Theater, checking out the handprints and footprints of Hollywood legends. We even took a tour of a movie studio, getting a behind-the-scenes look at how movies are made. But LA is more than just Hollywood. We headed to the beach, soaking up the sun at Venice Beach, watching the skateboarders and street performers, and maybe even catching a glimpse of a celebrity or two. We took a hike up to the Hollywood sign, enjoying panoramic views of the city. We explored the Getty Center with its impressive art collection and stunning gardens. Los Angeles is a city of contrasts, from the glitz and glamour of Hollywood to the laid-back beach vibes of Santa Monica. And that's a wrap. We've traveled from coast to coast, explored bustling cities and breathtaking natural wonders, and experienced the heart and soul of America. We've met incredible people, tried amazing food, and created memories that will last a lifetime. But this is just the beginning. There's so much more to see and explore in this amazing country. So if you're feeling inspired, get out there and start planning your own American adventure. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you don't miss out on our next adventure. See you soon!